Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. So we want to talk about chasing dreams and how you should go about it. So I got the idea for this video is everybody been reacting to the 57-year-old just going viral because she says she's broke. She don't know what she gonna do, so on and so forth. Because she put, her faith in chasing her dreams. Let me tell y'all something that I know from my experience. The only good thing, not the only, but one of the things that when you chase your dreams and you get set back because you chased your dreams, the good thing is you find out who really down with you like that. Because the people that was surrounding you when you had the things they like and want, they start to distance themselves from you when they think that you are unsuccessful or going to be unsuccessful. That's one thing I would say that was a positive with my failures. It kind of highlighted the fact that I was with somebody that only was acting right because I was doing what they wanted. And so when I put that together, I just sat for some days and just was thinking about it. And I reflected to all the stuff that was going on in the beginning. And I'm like, yep, that's what it was. People will act right when you're doing what they want you to do. So that was a positive for me, because I know people think 50 is old, but for me to know these things at 50, I still got a lot of life ahead of me to live. So it's glad. I wish I could have found these things out sooner, but then the next thing that I noticed is you don't put your faith. Don't ever. I'm gonna show you something, man. And this coming from the prophet, it's gonna come a little rough. Pause. You be saying, and I be saying, I don't say it as much, I'm praying to God. I'm believing in God, all this, all that, right? Remember, the Most High is 1,000 years away if you could travel to Him. That's number one. Number two, He does what He wants, and sometimes the things He allow, we as human beings are not gonna agree with it. There's a lot of people holding grudges against the Most High right now because of stuff that happened to kids. Man, I can't believe I lost my faith, man. I can't believe in a God that will let, is what they say. So I learned the hard way that when it comes to earthly life and money and stuff like that, you can't put the Most High in that, man. This is how I do it now. I just say, don't allow the devil or negative people or anything to affect such and such. Because when I read in the Bible that He allows it to rain on the just as well as the unjust, the spiritual believing farmers get rain just like the unbelieving atheist farmers get rain. They both get rain. So you setting yourself up, and the devil, you putting yourself right in a situation that the devil will want you to be in when you put the Most High in your financial things. Now I just money. That's what money. I'm not going, cause I spent many years putting preaching in front of everything. But I want to preach, man. I want to preach. Thinking back, all it was really was a bunch of debates, bunch of arguments, people disrespecting you, people thinking they got a right to disrespect you, people underestimating you, trying to punk you, all type of stuff. That's all it was. Like now, yeah, I preach and stuff still. Y'all know I do because it's my job. But I have a totally different outlook on it because for one, I'm not finna revolve my life around it knowing that these people don't listen anyway. And I said it like this. I said, well, if he want me to do it, then the resources will be provided. Just like if you want to chase your dream, you should already have the resources. Don't ever let your emotions, because it done happened to me, man. And I'm telling you, I could be further along financially. It was a couple times that I really should have just hung in there. Like most of the jobs that I quit, I would say I ain't had no choice because I was finna crash out. I was finna crash out and I would have got myself in some trouble. But a couple of those jobs, I was like when I was down at the sewage district, I should have just kept working that job and pursuing my business on the side. But I was 20, 25, 26. I ain't had the wisdom that I got now. You know, I looked at it like it was the streets. And just like the streets, you could work your way from the ground up real fast. But that wasn't the streets. The business world, the rest of the business world wasn't the streets. And I found that out. I found it out, man. And that's one of my regrets because, your kids be the one. My kids always was optimistic and happy kids, all four of them. But to be quite honest about it, they were hindered somewhat by some of my decisions. Jumping the gun. Moving too fast. They were. Now this last one, I don't regret that. I ain't had no choice in that. They just was going too far. We not even talking about them. You take somebody off day, you mandatory them out of turn for that night, and then you still bring them in your office and try to write them up for something that they were trained to do by your management team. They left me no choice of that. And to be honest with you, what was weird is, and I'm gonna get into this. What was weird is I took some steps back when I left there, but I didn't take the same steps back that I did when I left the other place. I don't know why. It just didn't seem like it was like the same magnitude. Like it wasn't, which makes me believe that looking at the time I spent working there, overtime, being forced, everything, that wasn't no lot of money, man. They was taxing the heck out of me, man. They was taxing the heck out of me. But I would say, if you don't want to misstep or miss a beat, to just pursue your dreams while you work. Don't just put everything into it. And if you gonna put everything into it, then work hard to save you some money up. Get you a pile of money and make it easier for you. Because think about it. Think about if you got yourself right financially and you pursuing your dreams. You still gonna be enjoying life. You gonna have the freedom. And you gonna, the anxiety gonna decrease because you're not at that company. If you would just save the money up first, then I'm telling you, it'll feel and it'll be much better. But the way it is now, stuff is just Like suffering is suffering. It's suffering. Like it's caps lock. It's way worse now. So you gotta plan for things. You can't make like the way the economy is now, people move slow. People don't be doing their jobs. Who's to say when you'll get another opportunity? So you gotta be willing to work wherever on the side. And you gotta be, if you don't have a job, you have to be willing to work wherever. Some money is better than no money. Everybody at the sound of my voice should have a business or a job or both. Unless you're physically unable to perform the job duties or whatever. But you should have some type of income coming in. Even if you just working remote as a customer service. And some of you guys don't feel like you less of a man in customer service. Money is money. As long as you ain't degrading yourself to get it. Sure. A couple times I did move prematurely though. I'll be the first to admit it. I'm not ashamed to admit my shortcomings. Like, for instance, like when I was working at the Texas Juvenile Justice Department, the guy called me the next week about the grievances. I was like, oh man, because I could have got them off of me right then and there. I felt kind of disappointed that he didn't call while I was still working there. Because that guy, man, like he wasn't like the worst supervisor I had. I done told y'all about him. Do what you gotta do, him. But it's like he did little undermining stuff to kind of mess me up. Like when I had the job on the side, I was banked up, y'all. And I wasn't even tired like that. Because what I would do, I would have to go there from like 6 to 1. And then I could come home, rest up. I used to take naps, everything for like 2 hours before I had to get on the road to go to that job. He said, man, why you got 2 jobs? All you need is 1 job. I said, yeah, but I'm the only one working, and I'm trying to explain it to him. He ain't trying to hear it. So he made a move, and I told y'all about this, where he put me on the late night shift. And it wasn't supposed to be me, it was supposed to be the lowest man. But he was kissing up. He liked him better. So he put me on the late night and it messed me up with my second job. Because remember, I had to be there at 6. So they switched my hours at first. Then it became a problem. He like, look, man, we need you here at 6. It just messed me up. But if you saving every step of the way and you just be patient, be like, I want this to happen, but I'm going to be patient. I'm going to be patient. I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep putting my money up. I'm telling you, that money will start building up, man. And when it do, you'll look up one day and you got $8,000, $9,000, $10,000. And you be like, so that's 2 months right there. My expense is $4,500. That's 2 months. It's a little over 2 months expenses. I'm going to keep being patient. Keep being patient. Next thing you know, bam, you got $15,000, $16,000. Like, all right, now I'm finna start working towards that, and I'm gonna keep working. That's what most people, the way the world is today, That's the way most people should do it. Don't quit your job right away. If your job is not putting you in danger, putting you in harm's way, making you where you feel like you're going to crash out, you're going to seriously do some damage on somebody, if you can ignore people, then just keep the job for a while, especially if it's paying you where you get nice things. You can eat the way you want. Just keep working. Keep working that job. Like me, I applied for another correctional position and I already heard back from them. Hey, and this one paid way more than the other place. And I've been told by a couple people that they way better. Like they don't play all those same games. But we shall probably see. That's the only thing gonna keep me here for a minute. Yeah, I get that, and it's decent. I might sit down for a minute. Never know. But other than that, my plan is to move to Arizona. The business prospects are better. The job prospects are better. The gig is definitely better. So that's pretty much my plan. But in the meantime, I'm going to be stacking that cheese. I'm going to be stacking that cheese like a rat. Like a pack of rats. Because I looked at my stocks. It's like yesterday it was up. I'm like, okay, it went up a little bit. 1 point something went up a couple dollars. Today I look at it, I almost took it out of there. I'm like, man, I'm sick of them. Like, it's down again. I believe in saving more, y'all, I'm telling you. I'm looking at that like, come on, man. I'm thinking it's finna go up. Because it went up a couple dollars, you know. I look on there today, back down where it was. Get out of here with that, man. That Bitcoin, them stocks and stuff. I do it just with hope and understanding that it could work. But again, the way I look at it, you use investments to maintain wealth, not to become wealthy. Because most people, think about it. Most people that become wealthy, at one point or another, somebody had to save some money. Whether it's a business that was successful, that person that started the business had to put some money aside, or somebody had to give him some money for him to get into that business. I ain't never heard nobody talking about an investment bought a business other than the rich. When you on the ground trying to get up, some of that stuff that they be trying to say, that works for people that's already got a lot of money. It ain't gonna work the same for people that's trying to get a lot of money. I'm telling you, man. It's a big difference between trying to get and having. You can't expect me to do what Warren Buffett do. But yeah, man, chase them dreams after you get off from work. That's all I got on this one, y'all. Stay tuned for more videos.